What is up, guys? Today is March 19th, 2026, and today I'm going to be going over my trade recap. What did I take today? I took one trade. This is the end of the win streak, unfortunately, but I'm going to go over everything, my bias, where I took my trade, and why I was patient with today, and of course, just bad price action, and nothing was really delivering, and kind of show you guys what I could have worked on and how I kind of could have avoided this. But yeah, I would call this a good loss. It's unfortunate, but you got to take these. So let's go ahead and get started. P&L first. So lost $2,245 today. So about $560 across my four accounts. And yeah, so let's get into it. Today, overall, of course, this happened during our midnight session. We just completely dumped however many points. So, I mean, put this into play. We dumped approximately, 400, or yeah, over 300 points. So it's pretty rough, unfortunate. But let's get into this. I'm going to replay this and show you guys first with my daily bias. So overall, of course, you kind of had to be bearish in this situation. Why? And just because we're literally just absolutely dumping and we're invalidating so much bullish structure. Like, obviously, we're wanting to come down to these two draws down below. So we have our daily low, which we took out during our midnight session, which was a draw. Literally me going, or last night, me last night being on the markets. This was, gosh, can you guys hear that? That's so annoying. Lawnmower people, I don't even know. Anyway, we came down and took out my main subjective draw, which is perfectly fine. But I did identify that, we had this 1 hour fair value gap that we potentially could have come down, respected, and then maybe seen some bullish structure back upwards because we're so extended to the downside. I also had in the back of my mind that I just wasn't going to trade today. The only way I was going to take a trade if something obvious presented itself, and it did, and unfortunately didn't play out. But again, we dumped so much. Obviously, that's not our AM session, but we dumped a lot. So kind of sucks, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through what I was looking for, where I took my trade, and what kind of happened. So again, overall, I'm just bearish, right? We have our two draws that we ended up not taking out. Again, I was watching this fair value gap, though, because this is exactly what we went into to respect. We respected this fair value gap off of open. And after that, I was still bearish, like just so freaking bearish, just with the structure that we had. It's kind of hard to really go against the trend and long that. So now let's go into this. Where did I take my trade and how could I have done better? So let's go back to open. Off of open again, I'm going to leave all these because these are super important. Again, we have this 1 hour fair value gap that we're currently sitting in. This bullish fair value gap, higher time frame, of course, is awesome. We have beautiful draws up above, but again, can't be bullish yet. So again, play this out. What do? We manipulated lower, left this low, and again, we do have a massive SMT from Nasdaq to ES, a bullish SMT, as well as a bearish SMT. So there's kind of two factors to this. Again, just kind of like mixed bias, but overall bearish on the day. Where did I take my trade? So again, this was our first opportunity for a long. I did not take this. It just wasn't really good market structure. And again, I'm so bearish. And when we inverse this fair value gap, we're so extended for one, and for two, what do we have above? More fair value gap. So this isn't something potentially long. Of course, it would have played out, but let's just go ahead and play this out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now that I identify, okay, at this point, I'm bullish. Why? We're delivering off of this bullish fair value gap, higher time frame fair value gap. We're delivering. Awesome. So now what I'm waiting for is a retracement. So what did I identify? I identified that we created this 5-minute fair value gap down below. Oh, wow, that's way, sorry. I got a new monitor, so it's like I'm kind of having to like adjust it. But we have this 5-minute fair value gap that we could come down and fill. So I wanted to see something like this, where we come down into this gap, maybe come down into it, awesome, and then maybe, come back down, sweep these lows to manipulate people out, and then start delivering higher. Of course, we didn't do that. We did, but let's go and play this out. So now that when I identified, obviously we're in an uptrend, we're moving higher, awesome. So now I want to see some sort of confirmation for us to come back up higher and take out these relative equal highs up above with this 1 hour fair value gap to come up and fill it. To unfilled fair value gap, again, kind of just come up to rebalance this range is what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for something crazy. I wasn't looking for, to come up and, take out London highs. Nothing like that. All I wanted was us to, get some confirmation for a long to come up, take out these relative equal highs, and fill this 1 hour fair value gap. So now I'm going to just go down to the 1 minute time frame, show you guys where I actually entered. So we presented this 1 minute fair value gap when we did tap into this 5 minute fair value gap. So now we're delivering off of this 5 minute. Beautiful. 5 minute retrace into this fair value gap. Awesome. And we almost missed it. Whenever when I saw us, pretty much just absolutely edge this 5 minute and then start delivering higher, I was just like, well, that sucks. No trade for me. Of course, if we were to taken out my draw, but what did? We didn't. We came back down to rebalance this range once again. And what did we do? We came down into this fair value gap. Awesome. So my trade idea is now in play. I want to see some reaction delivery upward, and that's exactly what we did. So in this instance, we have this 1 minute fair value gap, and the close on this was actually really well. So in this instance, of course, my break-even level was at this 1 minute fair value gap, but again, we're showing such bullish structure, and we have our obvious draws up above. We should be able to deliver through this and have no problem getting up to that 1 hour fair value gap to fill it. And then obviously we would have been out of the trade, but either confirm that we want to go higher or lower, but again, would have been out of the trade. So this was a really good trade scenario. I would call it relatively A+. Again, let's go ahead and play this out. So I entered longs here, and you guys can kind of see how this plays out. Something I could have maybe done better. I mean, in this instance, obviously I got stopped out literally in 10 seconds. This was a really good play. We came down, rebalanced this range, filled this 5 minute fair value gap, showed bullish structure, inversion to the upside, and targeting our draws up above. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Literally can't ask for anything better, but again, I could have identified, obviously, we have this bad PA, and overall, we're just not delivering at all in this area. Like, realistically, maybe we should have, delivered off of this, but again, we didn't fill this 5 minutes, so I wasn't convicted of this. And then we came back down, filled this 5 minute fair value gap, beautiful, bullish reaction, and just completely dumped. So, I mean, again, these kind of losses, you just got to take them, right? I've been on a win streak for a long time. So, I mean, overall, I think I'm red on the week now, but almost break even, actually. I'm pretty much break even on the week, but overall, the past 2 weeks is my first loss. I'm green, very green. So, not a big deal, but again, there was one more. I don't have the 30-second up on my trading view. Oops. I don't have the trading view 30-second. But we did have a 30-second inversion right here, which this would have been a really good play. I actually was going to take this, but I faded it. We had a 30-second like right here, I believe. And I was going to target this draw on liquidity. And again, this played out. So, I mean, this would have put me up incredibly up on the day. I just didn't really like this delivery, to be honest with you. I like taking 30-second inversions when it's obvious, but again, this market structure is just not great. We're in an uptrend, right? But we also had this 1 minute inversion back to the downside. So this was another reason why I didn't really take this long. We're kind of breaking bullish structure, and then what? We literally inverse this gap. I'm sure people shorted this. I don't know why you would, but people shorted this, and then we came back up and continued this trend. So we're kind of breaking bullish structure and then started bullish structure back up again. So it doesn't really make sense to me to take that long. It was good, though. It was good. I'm not going to lie. I mean, yeah, we even inversed this 2 minutes. So, I mean, like, overall, it just wasn't that good of a play, to be honest. I mean, the only thing we respected was this 3 minutes. So, I mean, we potentially could have been, delivering off of this 3 minute, which we did. 30-second inversion back to the upside. And what did we get? Boom, full TP hit. So, I did not take this. I faded it. Unfortunate. But again, once I identified we're obviously uptrend and we're so bullish at this point, I wanted to see a rebound to this range. What did we do? We came down, filled this 5 minute fair value gap, bullish reaction, 1 minute inversion back to the upside, boom, and we stopped out. So these kind of days you got to be careful. What I could have done better was maybe be patient. I was pretty patient with this though. I mean, like, as you guys can see, I'm sure, maybe a lot of people got FOMO in this that were bullish and probably entered up here and got destroyed. So, I mean, like, just kind of one of those days, right? You got to be able to take this loss, handle it well, and, kind of move on with it. But these kind of days happen, not that big of a deal. Again, was able to minimize my risk, only 500 down on the day across my 4 accounts. Obviously, pretty large loss in the day across my accounts, but again, not that bad. I'm able to manage it, still up overall on the month, pretty heavy. And yeah, that's pretty much how you can kind of identify, these kind of market structures. And obviously when you dump this much, in the midnight session, you got to be careful, especially when we're this close, like to our draws down below. We're so extended to the downside. It's hard to kind of go against this trend and long it. But again, I told myself if something presented itself that I liked, I'm going to take this. And this presented itself well. I liked it a lot. And it didn't play out. Again, this is where A plus setups just don't work, don't play out. But overall, I'm happy with the trade. Good loss. and you kind of got to take it. And then, I mean, like, you continue to play this out. We ended up taking this so long into the session. Yeah, right there. Unfortunate. But, yeah, you kind of got to take it. Sucks, like I've said 100 times. But to be able to manage your losses, right? You could have, a lot of people do struggle with FOMO, and I kind of want to talk about that is FOMO long term will not work, right? I could have gotten FOMO in this scenario and, maybe re entered on something I wasn't convicted of, but I wanted to just make my money back and got FOMO. They like, okay, I got stopped out here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to short this. And, maybe you were targeting something like, I don't know. I just want to give you guys this scenario, right? Once I got stopped out here and we started breaking bullish structure again, 1 minute inversion back to the downside, like, I don't know, maybe you're targeting this, and again, what? It's a 1-to-1, you still get stopped out, in the long run. Like, this is just kind of more of like a FOMO run. There was so many re-entries for this long, and they all just got invalidated. Like, again, this was another really, really good trade that I liked. I was actually going to re-enter off of this because we created this SMT. ES came down, took out this low right here, and then we started delivering higher. So I was going to re-enter off of this, but again, I didn't really like this, I guess you could say, structure. And I was like, you know what, like, I'm going to take this and be done for the day. And that's kind of how you manage losses. Don't FOMO, manage your risk, right? I could have re-entered, but again, that's not how I trade. I'm able to have, good discipline with these losses and all that stuff. So just choppy day, wasn't delivering, and these kind of things happen. But overall, good loss, and I'm okay with it. We still have tomorrow, no news tomorrow, so we're going to see what happens. But, yeah, that was my trade recap on the day. If you guys have any questions, ask in the comments. I'm going to continue to do these. But again, yeah, first loss. So win streak's broken. All good, though. And, yeah, let's continue building. And overall, a really good month so far. If you guys have any questions, again, ask in the comments. I'm going to continue to post these once again. And that is my trade recap on the day.